Hello, I'm going to teach you how to set up your ServerAvatar server management software with AWS. First thing you're going to want to do is get an EC2 instance up and running from AWS. So you can go click to sign into the console. So you have to have an account to get this going. I already have one. So I'll just sign in here. So what you can do is either go down here to launch a virtual machine with EC2, or in services you can search for EC2 and click that. The next thing you're going to want to do is click Launch Instance. Now when you're selecting your instance to run here, you have to remember that ServerAvatar works with Ubuntu 16.04 or 18.04. So as you see here, there's an Ubuntu server 18.04, so we're going to choose that one, and it's free tier eligible. So press select, and here's the one that's the free tier eligible one, so we're going to go ahead and select that for right now for this demonstration. And then come down here and click Next, Configure Instance Details, Next, Add Storage, Next, Add Tags, and Next, Configure Security Group. Now this screen is very important, and you're going to have to type in the details exactly, okay? So this first one is SSH TCP port range 22, and you can change this to anywhere, okay? Then you're going to want to add a rule. Go down to HTTP. This will be TCP. This is 80. And you will delete the comma, colon, /0 here. Click Add Rule. HTTP. And you can delete the reverse. Add Rule. You can leave this as custom TCP. Come over here to the port range and type 43210. And this one will also be anywhere. Click Add Rule. HTTPS. You can delete the comma, colon, /0. Add Rule. HTTPS. And delete the reverse. All right. And those are the settings here. So look at it carefully and make sure you have the correct details entered, okay? Review and launch. They're going to give you a little warning up here. That's fine. You don't have to worry about it. You can go ahead and just click launch. Now here, what you want to do is create a new key pair. This is going to allow you to get access to your server. And you can name it whatever you want. So I'll name it Qfido info key pair. March. And download the key pair. Okay. Then you can click Launch Instances. Your instances are now launching. So we can come down here and click View Instances. Now it will take a second for your instances to completely launch, but it doesn't take long at all. Right here is your instance state. So I have two running. I terminated one, and the one that we're setting up right now is pending. And now it's running just like that. So what we're going to do now is we are going to go ahead and get an elastic IP. So on the left side, there's network and security. Under network and security, there's elastic IPs. Now an elastic IP address is static, it doesn't change. And we're going to use that for our instance, because if your server restarts or shuts down, the IP address changes, and that could be a problem if you're sending traffic to it. So what we're going to do is click Allocate Elastic IP Address. Click Allocate. And here it is. This is our elastic IP address. Okay. Now what we want to do is associate elastic IP address. So we're going to associate this elastic IP address with the instance that we just made. Click Associate. All right, now we have an association, and that is all good to go. So what we can do now is go to Route 53. That's another service by Amazon. So go to Services. And up here you can click Route, type Route. And when you see Route 53, you can click on that. Click Hosted Zones. And we are going to create a hosted zone. And in here, you're going to have to type the domain name that you bought from, say, Namecheap or Bluehost or wherever you got it from, exactly as it is when you bought it. So that's without the www. Mine is qfido.info. Public hosted zone, click Create. Now we need to get these values and put them in our DNS records from where we got our domain from. I got my domain from Namecheap, so I'm going to go ahead and sign in to Namecheap. Once you're logged in, you can go ahead and find your domain name and click Manage. This is going to be a little bit different for each service, each domain name service, but it's very similar. And here, I'm going to go to Name Servers, and I'm going to use a custom DNS. And here is where I will enter these values. So click here, and you can go to the right and just copy it from here and then paste it over in Namecheap. And Amazon puts this little period at the end, but you can just delete that. And I will do that for all four. And then click the little check. DNS server update may take up to 48 hours to take effect. Now what we need to do is put in 2 more records for our elastic IP. Okay? So we can click Create Record Set. And we're going to need our elastic IP. Once you can see your instances, if you want, you can rename it. So I can name this one Qfido info instance. That can just help me identify it. And if you scroll down here, you can see your elastic IP. So we're going to copy that without the star. Go back to Route 53, And you can leave this alone, and then here you can add the value, which is your elastic IP, and then click create. Now we're going to do the exact same thing, except for in name we're going to add www. That way if someone types in www, it still goes to your website. Click create. All right. Now we have our instance set up and running, and the domain names pointing in the correct direction. It may take a while for those to propagate, but right now we're done over here. So we can go over to ServerAvatar. You can log in, sign in. And this screen shows your servers. I already have 2 connected, but what you need to do is click Connect Server. Okay, and you can give it a name. So mine will be titled Qfido Info Instance. We'll just name it that. And here you're going to want to paste that same elastic IP from before. So back in your EC2 screen in Amazon, you find your elastic IP and copy it and paste that into IP address. And you do not need a root password, so you just click I don't have root password. Click Connect Now. You can choose Apache or whatever you'd like. Now, at this point, we need to use a different application called PuTTY in order to connect to our server. So open that up. Okay. And here at host name or IP address, you can again paste your elastic IP. So we'll paste that there, okay? Then go under Connection, SSH, click the plus, and then click Auth. Now this is where the key that you downloaded from Amazon comes into play. We need to put a key here, but the key we got from Amazon needs converted to a key that works with this program. So you can open up the PuTTY key generator. This comes with PuTTY. Once you've opened up PuTTY key generator, click Load. And navigate to the place where you downloaded your key. You will have to click All Files so you can find your key. Here's mine. So I click it and then click Open. Press OK. Click Save Private Key. Click Yes. And you can save it wherever you like. I'll just save it to the desktop for quick reference. I'll name it Qfido Info Key. You can name it whatever you'd like. Okay. And then we're done with the key generator. We go back to the PuTTY configuration page. Click Browse. Remember, you're under Connection, SSH, Auth. And once you click Browse, you find the key that you just made, Qfido Info Key. Double click it. Now click Open. Press Yes. Alright, so you should have a screen that looks like this. You will log in as Ubuntu. and press enter. Now you need to become a root server. Excuse me, you need to become a root user. And in order to do that, you must copy and paste or type this into the screen. In order to paste into PuTTY, you use the right click. You copy it. You can copy this text from anywhere normally, and then right click inside of PuTTY to paste it. After you paste it, press enter. Okay, now you are root. You are a root user. So now you can go back to ServerAvatar and copy this code to the clipboard. Open PuTTY again, right click to paste, and click enter. Now watch what happens to the ServerAvatar website. It is installing and configuring packages. Installing Apache. Installing MySQL. Installing PHP. Installing Redis. Alright, your server is now ready to host applications. So this is what the ServerAvatar server panel looks like. It tells you the number of applications and databases you have here, your memory, disk, and server load. This is where you toggle on a firewall. That's one of the benefits of using ServerAvatar. So you have your firewall there. And on the left side, you have a bunch of different settings, right? You can have server logs here. You can change application users. You have cron jobs. Say if you want to run something like Mautic, you can set the cron jobs here. And your settings. It tells you your PHP version, your Redis password. Hopefully this helped you get your AWS instance connected and running smoothly so you can enjoy the benefits of AWS without the headaches of managing your server alone. Have a great day.